When I first arrived at the University of Pennsylvania for the ELP program, I wasn't completely sure what to expect. I knew I wanted to improve my English and experience academic life in the United States. But deep down, I also knew this journey would be more than just an academic adventure. I expected challenges, new opportunities, and maybe even a few moments of uncertainty. What I didn't know was how much these weeks would shape not only my English, but also the way I see myself and the world around me. From the very beginning, I found myself in an environment full of diversity. In every classroom, I was surrounded by people who carried with them unique stories, different cultures and perspectives that constantly remind me that the world is much bigger than the one I had known. The instructors guided us with patience and passion, and the campus itself, with all its history and beauty, became part of the lessons I was learning. The classes gave me knowledge and practical skills, but they also taught me something deeper. The language is not just a tool, it's a bridge that connects us to ideas, to people, and to new ways of thinking. Some of the most memorable moments were the small, simple ones. A misunderstanding in class that turned into a laughter, a conversation with a classmate who had a completely different background from mine, or even the shared silence while walking together through the streets of Philadelphia. These experiences remind me that communication is not only about words, it's about presence, listening, and openness to the other. Outside the classroom, every day became a new discovery. Walking through Philadelphia's Italian market, I realized that cities are like people. They carry their history in layers, shaped by those who came before and those who will continue to arrive. Traveling to Washington, D.C. and New York, I understood how places that seemed so distant and abstract in books could come alive before my eyes. Each museum, each monument, each street was not only just a tourist site, but an invitation to reflect on culture, history, and identity. And of course, cheering at Phillies baseball game allowed me to feel part of a tradition that is deeply American, even if it's just for a few hours. But above all, what made the experience unforgettable were the friendships. We shared meals, explored new cities, and supported each other in the challenges of being far from home. These friendships remind me that community is not defined by borders or nationality. It's built every time people choose to connect, to care, and to walk a little part of life together. Inside this international family, I discovered that we are more alike than different, and that our differences are, in fact, the colors that make life richer. As the program comes to an end, I feel transformed. I'm more confident in my English, but also more adaptable to new environments, more resilient in the face of challenges, and more open to what is different. This journey has taught me that learning is not confined to books or classrooms. Learning happens in laughter shared with friends, in the courage to ask questions, and the willingness to see the world through someone else's eyes. I will carry with me the laughter, the lessons, and the countless memories of this summer. But most importantly, I will carry a renewed sense of purpose, the belief that education, when lived in community, has the power to change who we are. This program at UPenn was more than a course. It was a journey of discovery, of language, of culture, and of myself. And I know that the echoes of the experience will stay with me long after I leave this campus, guiding me through the next chapters of my life.